Is he going to this next event? I have no clue.
The answer is yes, I will be at UMG California, so if you guys see me, just come up to me and say hi. I just remember being so nervous, and if I didn't have any friends at all sitting with me at my lunch table. Instead of my priority being what my grades are going to be in my classes, it was who was I going to be sitting with at lunch. And I know I'm not the only one when I say this, but the thought of having no friends sitting with you at lunch and having to sit at a table all by yourself with people you don't really know or talk to for 40 minutes is awkward and uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but correct me if I'm wrong. Lunch for some people was either the best time of the day or the worst time of the day. You know, you had your little groups, like you had one preppy table, you had one table with all the sports players, you had one table with all the geeks, and you had one table with all the people that just didn't have any friends and they all sat together because they had no one else to sit with. I remember there was some tables with people that wouldn't even talk at all. They would sit there for the entire 40 minutes not saying a word to each other, and I could just tell it was so uncomfortable for all of them. I remember my freshman year of high school, all my friends at my lunch table were talking about the new Call of Duty, and at that time it was Call of Duty World at War, and they were saying how excited they were for it, and I sat there completely quiet, not saying a word for the whole 40 minutes. Literally for 40 minutes, I did not say a single word because I was so nervous to tell them how much I played Call of Duty. I thought it would make them think I was a loser. So in a sense, I kind of was, because all I did was play video games back then, and all I do is still play video games. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was this one year at lunch. It was 8th grade middle school, and it was probably one of the best lunch tables I ever had. Every single day when we went to lunch, we literally just started cracking jokes and laughing. Like, I can't remember every memory in detail, but every single day, literally every day, we were just cracking up, and we just couldn't control ourselves. Like, I was laughing to the point where my stomach hurt, and I was tearing. I remember one day when we went into lunch, we decided to do something that was really, really stupid, and I don't know why we thought about doing this. We thought, for whatever reason, it'd be a really cool idea if we started a food fight. You know, if we were gonna have a food fight and going into this, that we'd probably get suspended for doing it, but we wanted to do it anyways. You see a food fight in the movie, it's really epic and slow motion. You see, like, people, what the heck is... Now, we knew if we were gonna have a food fight, we had to go all out, because regardless of if it was a small food fight or a big food fight, we'd get the same punishment, so we wanted to make sure this was gonna be just like a movie. You see a food fight in the movie, it's usually epic. There's slow motion pictures, there's people getting slapped across the face with meatballs, there's drinks flying all over the place. Yes, let's get it. Like I was saying, we had this master plan in place. I think we set it for a Friday. We were going to bring in all our own food, and we are also going to order some of the food for the day. I think we had like a Sloppy Joe as the meal, so we wanted to have like the sloppiest, messiest food fight we could possibly have. I remember a 6-period lunch, we were just counting down the periods. First period, second period, third period. We're 2 periods away, 1 period away. Finally, 6-period lunch comes around, and we're ready to do this food fight. You know that there's going to be supervisors around the cafeteria, so I think we had like 3, 1 in each corner, and they were just watching everyone, making sure everyone was okay. Nobody was getting harassed or bullied or anything like that. So we're getting ready to have this food fight, and somebody's supposed to throw like a giant meatball or some sort of a sandwich or something sloppy at everyone. Our plan for this food fight was that one person was going to throw one of the meatball sandwiches at somebody else, and then everyone was just going to go all out into a brawl, and it was going to be this like epic crazy thing. And it turns out we threw like 2 different things of food, and then everyone just stopped and looked at each other, and no one did anything at all. So I was one of the people who was involved with the food fight, and I actually threw something at somebody. I got suspended for I think 3 days. I just remember walking to the principal's office thinking about how I had to explain myself and how stupid I actually was for wanting to be involved with a food fight. Back in the day, I was a pretty good kid for the most part. It was really unlike me to be involved with a food fight. I don't know what got into me, but I didn't have any problems. I wasn't one of those kids who got a girl pregnant at the age of 14 or got involved with drugs or alcohol or was dealing drugs or, you know, doing anything stupid, getting in fights with people. I was a pretty good kid back in the day. For the most part, I minded my own business, I did my own thing, I got pretty good grades, and then I played Call of Duty all the time. But one thing I did realize is that I thought the food fight was going to be a lot different, and it wasn't. And I always seem to picture things in my head a lot better than what they're actually going to be like. For example, when I pranked my dad telling him that I did steroids, and obviously I don't, and I never would condone using that, but I know that my dad is really, really proud of me, and he thinks very highly of me, so if he knew that I was using steroids, he'd probably freak out. I put so much thought into that prank. I actually got bottles of real steroids without any of the liquid inside of it. I put water inside of it. I bought a syringe. I put it in my bag. I did so many different things to try to make my dad think that I was actually on steroids. And I remember telling him to go into my bag and grab my jersey, and the steroids were on top of the jersey, and he just grabbed the jersey and didn't even acknowledge the steroids like they weren't even there. It honestly sucks when you expect things to go a certain way and it goes nothing how you expected it to go at all. But hey, I guess that's life. Alright guys, that's going to be the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a thumbs up on the video, like, comment, subscribe guys, and as always, this is your boy Doug Censor, and I'm out guys. Peace. What's going on guys? Doug Censor here. Hope you guys are having a great day, and check me out. I got a nice clean shaven face, I got a nice skin fade on the side, and I also have this weird red mark on the side of my cheek from shaving.